it's not that he's with a girl who's been with a lot of dudes. He couldn't be with a girl with more dudes. Do you understand?
I'd like to hear Michael Sartain's thoughts on Dylan Dennis.
So at first I was like, I was like, I'm not upset that he was doing it, but I was like, it's a little foul because this is someone else's personal business, and I didn't know she was a model. I didn't know that she was a star fucker, and I didn't know but Logan's fair game. You're fighting him. He's talked shit about you. He legitimately has ripped people off with Crypto Zoo, all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And I've met Logan twice. He's been nothing but nice to me. If I was his lawyer, I'd be like, hey, man, pay that Crypto Zoo shit off for real.
Why hasn't he?
Do not let that hang over your head, man.
I don't know why he hasn't.
Do not let that hang. So now, the thing that goes on is like, do you remember when he said he doesn't like Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
He's doing like this.
Yeah, cancel Andrew Tate.
He's like, he's like this. And I think that you should cancel Andrew Tate. And he's clearly looking at shit right here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's got handlers. He's a fucking Disney kid, right? He's got handlers that are telling him what to do. And that's fine. I didn't grow up like him in Calabasas. I don't know what that, I grew up in the ghetto. I don't know what that's like. I can't speak to his pressure, the pressures that he grew up in life. And maybe he's learned to be a people pleaser, whatever. He definitely has a very like liberal agenda. That's totally fine. I don't have an issue with that. But what happened is, then you go look at the Crypto Zoo. And I don't think he would deliberately wanted to defraud people. But what does that tell you? It tells you people are telling him what to do, and he's not doing his own research. Okay, so we're 0 for 2. He goes off in a fucking forest. There's a dead body hanging there. 0 for 3, not doing your own research, okay? Yeah. Now, you're with this girl. Like, I knew what my girl had been up to. If my girl had come out and told me everybody she'd been with, as long as it was a number I was cool with and like her past, like, it is okay for a man to not be cool with a woman's past. I'm sorry if you think that's misogynistic, but there are plenty of surveys that show that as a woman has more sexual partners, she's more likely to file for divorce and cheat on you. It's just the case. I have been with women who have high body counts. I just didn't want to be in a relationship. I just don't want to marry them, okay? That's just my decision. In this situation, if he had come out and said, okay, my girl has been with a lot of dudes, but I choose not to judge her because of it, then I would have been okay with that. Just like Adam 22. He openly gave Lena the Plug the fucking hall pass to go have sex with Jason Love. Totally fine. Yeah. You said yes. Yeah. Destiny has an open relationship with his wife, and she fucks other dudes, and he fucks other girls. I can't criticize that. I just happen to be burdened by being heterosexual, and no one touches my girlfriend except me. That's just how, or other women. And so in this situation, with what Dylan was doing, is after the first 20, I was like, this is a little fucked up. Once we got past 20, I was like, no, he's doing a service to the world. Once we got to 40, I was like, God damn. What I like to do is I like to take the biggest feminist woman I know and have her say some shit about, it's none of your business. You don't know that she fucked all these dudes. Stay out of this. Right. And then I just start scrolling. I was like, okay, for real? For real? And then we get to fucking, what's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio. See the hand on the face? Okay, cool. For real? All right, cool. The next one. I was like, cool. What do you think now? I was like, okay, so she probably did fuck some, like they start to crack. They're like, okay, she probably did fuck some of these dudes. Okay, cool. Like, for real? For real? And then once we get to like 100, she's like, oh, goddamn, bro, this is crazy. Like, it's not that he's with a girl who's been with a lot of dudes. He couldn't be with a girl with more dudes. Do you understand? Yeah. Like, you couldn't, if this was what you were designing, you couldn't have picked. Dude, you know Adam Sosnick, right? You've been on his show. Yeah. Sosnick is on the show saying, she's fucked 3 of my homeboys. Oh, wow. Sosnick has said this. He goes, and I have the proof. And then, so again, she's been with a bunch of dudes. I don't really have an issue with that. Like I said, I'm friends with Phoenix Marie. I'm friends with fucking like a bunch of these girls. I love Kazumi's awesome. I don't have an issue. Nicolette is my homegirl, 10 years. I don't have a problem with that.
Own it.
Own it. My issue is when this dude comes on my TikTok and lies to my face and says she's only been with 5 dudes. Bro.
Did he say that?
Yes. He said she's been with 5 dudes. 5?
Yeah.
5, bro. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Again, if you owned it, I would not have an issue with this. But one of 2 things has happened. She has lied to you. Okay, that's technical 1, ejection.
And you're taking the simpy L.
Correct. Or 2, you're lying to me.
Right.
And I'm not, that's not cool.
We don't like liars.
You just did the Crypto Zoo shit. Yeah. You don't get to do this. Like, people don't see that they're correlated. They are correlated.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because I dislike Logan. I'm saying this because I like him. This is fucking foul. You understand? By the way, I'm friends with Andrew Tate too. And like, they don't like each other at all, obviously.
Right.
You hear Logan recently? What's he saying about Andrew Tate? yeah, after he got out of jail, I'm like starting to see him in a different light. It's like he's really turned around. You notice when he says that, he's not looking down at a piece of paper anymore.
Right.
He's actually
He's realizing.
He's actually realizing he's like, oh, wait a second, they come after you. Like these people really don't fucking love you after all, do they, bro?
Yeah.
And so he's coming to some realizations that Andrew Tate probably came to a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So this whole fucking situation happens, and I'm like, just if you own it, that's fine.
Yeah.
The only solution here is you have to win this fight, which I don't know if he is.
He has to.
Yeah, but the problem is, I'll tell you this, man.
I think if he loses, his career's kind of
no,
fucked.
I don't know, man.
If he loses to Dylan,
I mean, but Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury after talking all that shit, and he's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so and he also already lost. Think about all the shit that Conor McGregor said to Mayweather, and he's fine. Like, I don't really think it's this shit.
But Logan's just digging himself a grave.
Yeah, he is. But he's digging himself a grave if he actually lets Dylan Dennis be the best man at his wedding. A wedding that, ready, will not happen. You heard it here first.
You don't think he's going to
marry
her?
He can't, bro. There's no way.
Why? Because you think the people, like the fuckers on TikTok, are just going to spam him?
I think they're halfway done with the photos.
Oh,
I think it's going to get even worse. Like,
well, he says he has a picture. What is the picture?
I don't care. I mean, she's probably sucking some dude's dick. It doesn't matter. There's nothing. It can't be worse.
Right.
Like, the problem is not that she fucked Leonardo DiCaprio. A lot of girls would fuck Leonardo DiCaprio. That is not the issue.
I'd fuck Leo.
The problem is, did she make Leo wait? What do you think?
What? He hasn't fucked her?
No. He said, one of the things he says in the interview with her right after the engagement is he goes, one of the things I liked about you is how you made me wait to have sex with you. That made me feel important. So she's got to the final boss in Super Mario Brothers, and she beat Bowser.
Right,
She tricked him, made him wait for sex.
Yeah.
And my question is, I don't know if you've seen the Barstool one where, or what's his face from, the guy who owned Barstool, what's his name?
Dave
Portnoy.
Yeah.
Portnoy is talking to Diplo, and he goes, and I saw you go into that room, and you were with, I'll just say it, fucking Nina Agdal, and Diplo starts smiling. Listen, I go to XS often. Diplo, he points to girls, we go up to the fucking room, shit happens. Don't get it twisted, okay?
Oh, yeah. Diplo fucks.
The idea that, like, do you think she made Diplo wait?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think she made Leonardo DiCaprio wait?
Exactly.
But she made Logan Paul wait?
Right.
I don't think she would have made you or me wait, pimp. To be fair, you kind of got a big podcast. I don't think she'd make us wait. And she made Logan wait.
Right.
Again, I'm not saying this because I don't like Logan. I'm saying this because I do. And the problem is, one of the issues that happen, I have some friends, I'll tell you off the air, that are like very popular. You probably met some people like this too. I'm still at a point in my life where I don't make so much money and I'm not so famous that my coworkers will tell me, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't do that again. You're causing a problem in the business. Shut the fuck up. They'll tell me that. Not like that, but they'll say stuff like this. I have friends that are over $100 million, and there's no one in their community who will tell the emperor he has no clothes on.
Right.
No one will.
Right.
And they'll do crazy shit. I had a friend of mine. He and I are really close now. We got much closer. But when I first met, there were these pit of vipers that fucking surrounded him all the time. These yes men, and I couldn't fucking hang with this guy.
Yeah.
It's funny how it worked. And now we're cool because after 10 years, he comes to the realization: Michael Sartain never asked me for money. He never asked me for girls, and every single thing he said was true. And like these other guys ended up being liars, like your buddy. Like eventually the people exposed themselves.
Yeah.
And it was just one of these situations when I watch Logan, it's so clear. It's so obvious.
He doesn't have anyone
He's
around
living
him.
up in Calabasas and there's no one to smack him the fuck around.
Yeah.
Because his buddy, the co-host on his show, is fucking a porn star and acting like he's going to wife this girl up. Again, it's not a problem if you want to fuck a porn star and you know she's a porn star. The problem is when you think it's different, or you made something different, or you act like it never happened, or you act like she's changed, or something to that effect, where you're like living in a fantasy world. That's the issue. If Logan Paul had just owned up to it, no problem. Now, the thing with Dylan Dennis is it just gets worse, and Logan keeps punching down, and he keeps saying shit that isn't true. Do you see he agreed to do an MMA fight against Dylan Dennis?
No, I haven't been following it.
He said, if you show up on October 15th, I guarantee you I'll fight you in MMA. That won't last 90 seconds.
Yeah, of course.
This guy will kill. If you have a difference, if you have two guys that have really good stamina and they're like there's like a difference of like 15% as far as boxing skill, the guy who's lesser can make it a little while. He probably won't get knocked out if he can keep his hands up. If you have a difference of like 25% in skill when it comes to jiu-jitsu, you will get tapped quickly.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is one of these, it's like there's this fucking skill ladder on jiu-jitsu, and it's like chess. If you aren't up here, these people will tap you, and it will not take a minute.